What's up guys, Coding Jesus here. Guys, today's video is going to be a little different from my traditional video where I focus on hard skills. Today's video is going to be focusing on the soft skills you need to develop to break into the space of quantitative trading. Now, in my mind, the soft skills are just as important, if not more important than the hard skills, and it's why I want to dedicate an entire video to them. I'm going to be speaking about 3 soft skills in particular, okay? So these are the 3 skills that you need to master before you break into the space to help increase the chances of you breaking into the space and having a rewarding career in the space. Okay, the first soft skill, guys, that I want to talk about is coachability. Coachability is the ability to be mentored and supervised by somebody such that you can grow from their knowledge and expertise. The best way to be a coachable individual is to be open to learning, which means being humble. But beyond that, it also means having a growth mindset, understanding that you're coming into this, green, you're coming into this fresh, and you're gonna need to be able to put in the work to grow, to learn, to excel in the actual role itself. Now, that might mean, for example, jotting down notes when somebody's talking to you so that you can better internalize what they're saying. It might mean being better at accepting feedback, right? So maybe you're really bad at accepting feedback. Maybe you think that, feedback that's critical of you is, you have a high ego, so it attacks your ego, right? So it makes you feel like less than. You need to work on that. This video is not going to tell you how to check your ego. That's something that you need to figure out yourself, because everybody that watches this video is totally different. I can't give you generalized advice for your particular ego, but that's kind of like the high-level overview for the first skill that you're going to need to master. All right, the next skill that you're going to need to master, and this one's a little more difficult to master, especially on a shorter time horizon, is the ability to work under pressure. All right, work and think under pressure. Guys, the market's dynamic, it's constantly changing. You're going to need to make a lot of different decisions very quickly. How do you go about developing the ability to work under pressure? Something that you might want to do, for example, is maybe participate in a more masculine sport. So maybe take up boxing. And after a couple of months, you're sparring, so you're in the ring with somebody. You're under pressure. You need to now start thinking on your feet, all right? Because your face is on the line, or your body's on the line. Or maybe you say, well, I don't want to go into boxing. Maybe I want to take up paintball. I did paintball when I was younger, and I know a lot of people that paintball competitively today in their 20s and 30s, right? They're thinking on their feet. It's a sport that involves constant pressure, constant decision-making, and decision-making in a team, which is something that's very, very important because quantitative trading is a team-based sport, all right? So putting yourself in situations where you're required to think under pressure and having that track record of working under time constraints or working under stress constraints is going to be a very good soft skill that you're going to need to develop. Some people crumble under stress and pressure. Some people thrive, right? So depending on what sort of person you are is really going to decide how successful you are in the world of quantitative trading. If you're not good under pressure, it's really not going to work in your favor. Cool. The last soft skill that I want to speak about, and today's video is going to be a bit shorter, right? Because it's just 3 soft skills, 3 important soft skills nonetheless, is going to be the ability to take initiative. Why is that important in markets? Well, there's often a saying in markets, it's something along the lines of this. The saying goes, it's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission. What does that mean? It's better to make a mistake, but do it with the right reasoning and be able to justify the decision that you made, than to not make a decision that's based off of data, based off of solid information, and then miss out on that opportunity, right? So your boss would rather you do something and maybe even lose money, but have a really strong reason as to why you did it, then not do it because you were scared or because you didn't have enough conviction in yourself. If you don't have enough conviction in yourself, guys, it doesn't matter which field that you're in, nobody's going to have trust in you. Nobody's going to have faith in you. Nobody's going to have confidence in you. If you don't have confidence in yourself, that speaks volumes as to how other people are going to treat you and what you think about yourself as well. Okay, that's going to influence how other people see you is what I'm getting at. So the ability to take initiative, put those trades on, the ability to manage that risk, the ability to think outside the box in taking initiative is going to help differentiate yourself from other people in the space and It's going to help, push you forward in your career. So those are the 3 things that I think are really important to develop before breaking to the space of quantitative trading. If you like this video, like, subscribe, yada, yada. Dislike too, that's engagement. It doesn't matter to me. Also, if you'd like to speak to me one-on-one, you can also book a session with me. Calendly link in the description box below, guys. If you'd like to watch this video early, become a patron. Patreon link in the description box below. And if you would like to, what's the last thing I usually plug? Patreon. Okay, anyways, I'll figure that out later. Oh yeah, if you'd like to email me, link in the description box below. All right, guys, I'm gonna go on my run now. Thanks for watching this video. Cheers.